Good morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Akal. The top stories first. President Bhandari returns home from Bangladesh, strikes deal on transit and tourism with the neighboring country. Maoist Center not to withdraw support to the government at the moment. Legal experts suggest leaders to appeal against Supreme Court verdict. Coronavirus infection rises in the country yet again. 188 cases reported yesterday. Biden considers executive action on guns, calls on Congress to pass weapons ban. And India, off to a winning start in the three-match ODI series against England, win the first match by 66 runs. And now the news in detail. President Vidyadevi Bhandari returned home yesterday afternoon after concluding a two-day state visit to Bangladesh. Foreign Minister of Bangladesh Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen and Nepal's ambassador to Bangladesh Dr. Bansidhar Mishra bade farewell to the President and the Nepali delegation at the Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport yesterday. President Bhandari had left for Bangladesh on Monday at the invitation of her Bangladeshi counterpart Mohammad Abdul Hamid on the occasion of the birth centenary of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the nation of Bangladesh. During the visit, the two countries signed agreements on issues related to tourism, culture, sanitization and transit. This has been considered by analysts as a major achievement of the visit. Nepal Communist Party Maoist Center has decided not to withdraw support to the government immediately. A standing committee meeting of the Maoist Party yesterday took a decision to this effect. Chief Whip of the Maoist Party, Dev Gurung, said that the party has severed political ties with the KP Sharma Oli-led faction but is yet to decide about leaving the government due to procedural obligations. Meanwhile, legal experts have urged the leaders to appeal against the Supreme Court's decision to divide the ruling party into the former UML and Maoist Center. Legal experts like Ram Narayan Bidari, Tikaram Bhattrai and Mukti Pradhan were present during the meeting. The Health Ministry has made it clear that no lockdown will be enforced immediately and instead advised everyone to become more cautious with the growing number of cases in the country. The Ministry of Health and Population has said that the issue of whether the outbreak of corona pandemic will increase or decrease depends on the health vigilance and safety measures adopted by the general public. Stating that the general public has been vigilant so far, the ministry has urged everyone to pay special attention to health safety measures and prevent the situation from getting bad to worse. The ministry said that it was not unnatural for those who had been vaccinated against the virus to be infected again. The ministry says the effectiveness of Covishield vaccine currently in use in Nepal is 72% after administering both shots. However, the ministry claims that the impact will be less if those who have been vaccinated are reinfected. The ministry has made it clear that there will be no problem for those who have been vaccinated at the initial stage to get the second phase vaccine. The ministry also claims that Nepal has made significant progress in the vaccination campaign. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 188 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 276,244, while the number of active cases has increased to 1,128. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 276,097 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. The death toll from coronavirus remains constant at 3,019 as no new fatalities were reported yesterday. Nepal is currently among the top 50 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 30.63 million confirmed cases, followed by Brazil with over 12.13 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 124 million people across the world and claimed 2.7 million lives. And now the news from the economic front. The Federation of Nepalese Chambers of Commerce and Industries is set to start 50 different startup innovation businesses. Through the Startup and Innovation Committee, the Federation has made efforts to develop entrepreneurship and create employment. The committee will connect new entrepreneurs in the mainstream economy and create 400,000 jobs annually, said Ranjit Acharya, Executive Committee member and Chairman of the committee. Acharya said that he would study the startup industry sector and take initiative to formulate startup policy in collaboration with the government to promote entrepreneurship with novel thinking. The Federation has stated that it will facilitate capital by identifying entrepreneurs who, with their updated ideas, can change the startup scene in the country. The Federation has informed that programs for investment and business partnership will be formulated by interviewing the investors. Application for startup businesses will be open from the third week of April. Startups and businesses that want to apply must have been in the business for at least a year or more. The Federation has stated that it will direct startups in the field of agricultural production, information technology and services. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. US President Joe Biden urged Congress to swiftly pass gun control laws and may take action on his own to stop mass violence. Such move comes a day after the second deadly mass shooting in a week in the US, Reuters reported, citing the White House. The Democrat called on the Senate to approve two bills passed by the House of Representatives on March 11th that would broaden background checks on gun buyers. He also called for a ban on assault-style weapons. Biden, who took office in January, pledged during his presidential campaign to enact gun safety measures, but has devoted the first months to distributing coronavirus stimulus and vaccines. On Monday, a gunman killed 10 in a Colorado supermarket just 6 days after 8 people were shot and killed at Atlanta area day spas. The two shootings put renewed pressure on Biden to act on his promise. The United States has the world's highest rate of civilian gun ownership. There were more than 43,000 US gun deaths last year, according to the Gun Violence Archive. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Indian team started off with an impressive win against England in the first of the three-match ODI international series being played at home. England, however, squandered the chance to win a fluctuating game, losing it in the end by 66 runs. Johnny Bairstow's 94 from 66 balls had the world champions well on course for the target of 318 in the allotted 50 overs. However, England slumped in the middle overs, losing 5 wickets for 41 runs and eventually collapsed for 251 all out in the 42nd over. Earlier, Shikhar Dhawan for India missed out on a century after getting out on 98 runs, while Virat Kohli, KL Rahul and Krunal Pandya all got their 50s in quick time to post a strong total of 317. For India, Prasidh Krishna took 4 for 54 in his 4 overs and Shardul Thakur took 3 for 37 in 6 to bowl the English side out with 7 overs to spare. The second of the three-match series is set to take place on Friday, March 26th. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. President Bhandari returns home from Bangladesh, strikes deal on transit and tourism with the neighboring country. Maoist Center not to withdraw support to the government at the moment. Legal experts suggest leaders to appeal against the Supreme Court's verdict. Coronavirus infections rises in the country yet again. 188 cases reported yesterday. Biden considers executive actions on guns, calls on Congress to pass weapons ban. And India off to a winning start in the 4-match ODI series against England, win the match by 66 runs. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.